I set up a project that has a text view that references a string resource that contains a fair amount of information, more than will fit in the text view. And so I like to be able to scroll through that information, and I set up in the properties or attributes of that text view the scroll bars property, and I chose to set a vertical scroll bar, and then I set the scroll bar always draw vertical track to true. But when I run it, I can't scroll the information. The scroll bar actually shows up briefly when I first start the application, and then it disappears. So how do I fix that? We have a container called a ScrollView that will make this very easy and make it work flawlessly. In my constraint layout, I have the Hello World text view and then my text view that contains my string about Phoenix. And they are chained together in a horizontal chain. I'm going to click on the text view that I want to scroll. I'm going to clear the constraints. And then in the palette, I'm going to go to the common area and get the scroll view and drag the scroll view down onto the component tree. And notice it's expandable, and that's because it has an object in it which is a linear layout. A scroll view can only have one child, but that child can have children. So the linear layout allows us to put multiple objects and scroll through those objects. Now in this case, I'm only going to have one object in the linear layout. I could actually get rid of the linear layout and just put my text view in there, but I'm going to end up placing my text view into that linear layout. Before I do that though, I want to take the scroll view and I want to set up some constraints to the scroll view. So the scroll view right now is encompassing my entire area, and to make it a little more visible and easier to work with, I'm just going to give it maybe a width of 400 and a height of 200 for now. And then I can grab and drag that scroll view. So let's constrain the scroll view to the right at 32, to the top at 32, and to the bottom also at 32. I'm going to constrain the start or left-hand side to my hello world. I want to make that a pretty good gap here. Let's set it to, say, 60. The reason I'm making it so large is I want my scroll view to be a little bit narrower so you can see the amount of text that's in it, be able to scroll. If I make it too wide, the text might fit. The hello world, I'm going to constrain the left-hand side of that also. Now, back for the scroll view, I'm going to set it to match the constraints. And looks like I lost my top constraint. Make sure that's set at 32. Now I'm going to take the text view and drag it into the linear layout. Now that text view has some hard-coded numbers in it, so I'm also going to set it to wrap content. And you can see it extends a little bit beyond my scroll view. So there's just a little bit of text there we can't see, but maybe this would be much larger text, which we have a lot more to scroll through. In fact, what I might do just to make this offset a little bit more is take the scroll view. Let's set this to, rather than 60, let's try setting this to 100 or maybe 120. So now our text view, you can see, extends even further off. So there's more to scroll for the purpose of this demonstration. Now I'm showing on the hello world, there's still a long constraint. I'm just going to get rid of that, get rid of my error, and let's test. And so now I have my text view inside the scroll view, and I can easily scroll through the text. So the important thing to remember here is a scroll view can only have one child, but that child can be a container containing other children. If you just jumped into this video, you can see all the videos from the Android App Development Cohort playlist by clicking on the image in the lower right. And if you'd like to be alerted to future videos that I create, you can click my picture up in the top right and subscribe to the channel.